going to make things worse for everyone.
No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
You're fighting to change things.
For those who come after.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is simply one of the best games ever created, and it's insane thinking that the studio that developed is a small studio, with less than 40 developers working. The studio is Sandfall Interactive, a new French studio, and it was their first video game, and they released a masterpiece as their first project. It was released in April of 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, and is a big nominee for the Game of the Year of 2025. The game is an immense and complex RPG. Its combat is in a turn-based style, but you that don't like this kind of combat, give it a try. It's the most dynamic and playable game in this style. By playable I mean, it's not just choose what to do and wait. You've got to press the buttons in the right time for more damage. You can dodge, parry, or use different defensive mechanics for each enemy strike. So many Souls-like fans are loving this game, because as I said, it's a true RPG experience, with an amazing story and storytelling, one of the best soundtracks ever created, and a game with more than 50 hours of content of pure quality. So I tell you, play 1 hour, and it'll get you hooked already, I assure you.
Who are you?
I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but
She'll never paint again.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Lies of P is one of the best Souls-like game by Anam from Software Studio. It's my favorite one actually, without counting from software games. It was developed by the studios Round 8 and Neowiz, and released in 2023 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Windows, and Mac. If you like Souls-like game, this is an excellent game for you. The gameplay is tight and fluid, with excellent enemies, different weapons, builds, armors, powers, and of course, insane boss fights, some that in my opinion are even better than some from software boss fights. The only point of the game that didn't please me is that it's extremely linear. You'll never feel lost or even think if you're going in the right way, cause usually there's only one way. But it's really worth to play.
Your lives are a rare ability.
Power beyond your imagination.
Come back to me, Carlo.
Lie to protect yourself.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Be careful, clever one.
This is the story of a magical kingdom. One of wizards and warriors. It's an epic tale set upon the high seas. An odyssey through time and space! Pew, 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 pew!
It Takes Two is an amazing co-op 3D platformer experience, a game that proved that a visually simple game can be a masterpiece if the developers put love and dedication in the work.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I mention the big explosion?
The game was developed by the studio Hazelight Studios and released in 2021, winning as the best game of that year, beating games like Deathloop and Resident Evil Village. It Takes Two is available on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, Nintendo Switch and Windows, and is an amazing co-op experience to play with a friend.
Look at these dolls. Almost forgot they used to be humans. Ay, ay, ay. Do you want to know what this story is really about? Huh?
Embark on the craziest journey of your life in It Takes Two, a genre-bending platform adventure created purely for co-op. Invite a friend to join for free with Friends Pass, and work together across a huge variety of gleefully disruptive gameplay challenges. Play as the clashing couple Cody and May, two humans turned into dolls by a magic spell. A game that will give you tons of mechanics through the journey, making the experience to never get boring, and giving you an amazing video game experience.
It was a spell, I am telling you.
If it is a spell, how do we break it?
Okay, I got this. Give me some space. I need to think.
This is a story of collaboration!
Remnant from the Ashes is a third-person survival action shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by monstrous creatures. As one of the last remnants of humanity, you'll set out alone or alongside up to 2 other players to face down hordes of deadly enemies and epic bosses and try to carve a foothold, rebuild, and then retake what was lost. The game was developed by the studio Gunfire Games and was released in 2019 to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows, and later it was also released on Nintendo Switch.
You believe it's dead? It's not. You give all you got. It's got more. You pause to think, it won't.
The game is a mix of a third-person shooter, RPG, Souls-like, and some simple features of a roguelike game, but its structure is more similar to a Souls-like with a fast and dynamic gameplay with challenging enemies and places and many boss fights. As other Souls-like games, through the journey you'll find many weapons, which in this game are most firearms, and you can choose and upgrade the ones you like the most or suits better in your build. What's really important in a game like this one is the progression will make the experience even more immersive.
Tonight's top story. War rages on in Detroit. A nuke floods the streets as a new gang leader emerges.
Yo, look at these beauties, huh?
RoboCop Rogue City is a very fun game of the most famous half-man half-machine cop, an iconic character. The game is a first-person shooter, but instead of a normal FPS game, this one mixes and adapts the gameplay to suit perfectly in a RoboCop game, and it worked really well.
Can you fly?
It was developed by the studio Teon and released in 2023 to PlayStation 4, Xbox Series, macOS, and Windows, and is a game that every fan of RoboCop should play.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any.
The city of Old Detroit has been hit by a crime wave, with a new enemy threatening the peace and order. Your investigation leads you right into the heart of a shadow conspiracy in an original story that takes place between RoboCop 2 and 3. A game with realistic graphics and a gameplay that allow you to really feel like RoboCop with the brutality that a game of this classic character deserves. In the end, this game proves that a small studio can do a great work with passion and dedication.
We'll show you how. Because it's important to remember the nuke crisis seemed unstoppable, but not to RoboCop. He is the perfect policeman, versatile with a wide variety of weapons, ready to defend us with OCP's cutting-edge technology. And he's not alone.
You're okay there, Murphy?
Outer Wilds is a unique game about exploration, mysteries, and puzzles, all that's set in different places of the solar system. The game was developed by the studio Mobius Digital and released in 2020 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Outer Wilds is a critically acclaimed and award-winning open-world mystery about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop. You're the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a fledgling space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. As you explore the game, you'll see things getting connected with answers and more mysteries. What will make your playtime in the game better at every new discovery, making the experience in the game really unique.
Amicia. Hugo. I want her to come back. I'll carry you. Mommy is dead, Hugo. You'll never see her again. Go away! Hugo, no! Leave me alone.
Don't take too long.
I hate you. It's for your own good, Hugo. I'm sorry, I'm sick. They've come back. Everything is alright now.
A Plague Tale: Innocence is an amazing and riveting action game. It's one of those games with a rich and powerful storyline, but still with an immersive and good gameplay. It was developed by the studio Asobo Studio and released in 2019 to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC, and later to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Amazon Luna. Follow the grim tale of young Amisha and her little brother Hugo in a heartrending journey through the darkest hours of history. Hunted by Inquisition soldiers and surrounded by unstoppable swarms of rats, Amisha and Hugo will come to know and trust each other. As they struggle to survive against overwhelming odds, they will fight to find purpose in this brutal, unforgiving world. An excellent game for fans of medieval stories or even games with a good storytelling, so if you never played, do it, you won't regret. And the sequel was already released, and it's called A Plague Tale Requiem, and is a very good experience too.
Why does she keep resisting like that? Only our methods differ. We have the same goal. We both fight the plague.
Life is Strange is one of the biggest games almost totally focused in the story and storytelling, creating one of the most immersive and original stories in video games history. The game was developed by the studio Dontnod Entertainment and was released to all platforms since then, except the current generation, but you can play on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series through the One and PS4 version, and yes, it's also available on iOS and Android.
So what do you want? You don't know who the fuck I am!
What are you doing? Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Follow the story of Max Caulfield, a photography senior who discovers she can rewind time while saving her best friend Chloe Price. The pair soon find themselves investigating the mysterious disappearance of fellow student Rachel Amber, uncovering a dark side to life in Arcadia Bay. Meanwhile, Max must quickly learn that changing the past can sometimes lead to a devastating future. A game with a thrilling and immersive story that will hook you in the first hour of gameplay, mixing interesting features and choices that will lead you to different events, even changing the end of the game.
You know how much this fucking outfit costs? You look great. I can't even chill on the steps. Okay. No way! No fucking way! You okay, Victoria?
Oh, Samuel is sorry.
I sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
Death and corruption are all that remain here. Turn back.
My father was a spirit guide.
Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven, action-adventure combining exploration with fast-paced combat. Untangle the past as Kena, a young spirit guide in search of the sacred mountain shrine. Help free the spirits trapped in a forgotten village with the help of the Rot, her adorable, yet powerful, spirit companions. The game was developed by Ember Lab and released in 2021 to PlayStation 4 and 5, but in the next years it was released to Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. The visual style of the game is really beautiful, yet with a simple graphic style. The story is good and fun, with good characters, and good cinematic moments, but the best of the game is the gameplay itself, with platforming challenges, exploration, and combat. What is the best thing of the game in my opinion, with a fluid and stylish combat, even got some Souls-like features.
What are you hiding? Why are you here?
You searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is the first game of a series now. The second game is also good, but not as the first game in my opinion. So let's focus in Hellblade 1 here. The game was developed by Ninja Theory, the studio of Heavenly Sword, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, and DMC Devil May Cry, all great games, and here the style is a bit different of these other games, a warrior's brutal journey into myth and madness. Set in the Viking Age, a broken Celtic warrior embarks on a haunting vision quest into Viking hell to fight for the soul of her dead lover. The audio system of this game is absolutely immersive and unique. The storytelling is insane, with great moments of gameplay and scenes. The combat is kinda simple, but still very fun, and there are great boss fights too. What makes it even greater for me, and the puzzles will be in everywhere, and they're really interesting. The game was released in 2017, and it's available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC, and it's really worth to play.
But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away.